Oh no. Oh, what's happened here, everyone? What are they? The physio's on the pitch. What is he okay? It doesn't look good, everyone. I mean, their physio's not as good as our physio. This is why he's teabagging our player. What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to Park to Prem. It is episode number 28 today, and well, we're not starting on the profile of one of our players. Technically, we would be if this was a week or two ago. Yes, Charlie Wellens has gone to Preston. You might be sat there wondering, Jack, how much did you get for him? I'll tell you how much we got for him. £125,000. He joined us on a free transfer at the start of this year, following being released by Manchester United. He was always way too good for us. He kept complaining about wanting to go. And on deadline day, Preston, Wigan, and I want to say Blackpool, they all made offers for him. And, well, Preston, we haggled up. And here we are, £125,000. That is crazy, crazy money. Should we end up staying at Towler for the foreseeable future, this is how we're going to have to generate revenue to, excel as a club. We brought in Wellens on £400 a week. That's about £20,000 a year. So we've sold him on after half a year. Net profit on him, you're talking in the region of £115,000, which at our level is crazy. Of course, we are hemorrhaging money just because of the insane kind of wages that we have to support here at the club. This is hopefully going to, become a trend now. Selling on players, making a bit of money, and this is how we can start to keep ourselves afloat with our new deals. But evidently, he was far too good. We knew that already, but he's already made an appearance on off the bench in the Championship. He hardly made a splash. And well, you might be sat there thinking, Jack, you've sold a player for £125,000. Did you spend any money? Of course I did. Look at that, £1,200. We brought in Lindsey. Weird player, you might say. He formerly played for Scarborough. 19 years old. He was generated at Scarborough. You can see he's played in a few different leagues for them over the years. They currently play in the Bet Victor Premier Division Central. I think that's one tier below us. He was the best player in the league in terms of Media Dream 11. And, you can see he's already made an instant impact. Playing him outside on the left, even though he's left-footed, is not ideal as an inverted winger, but he's done okay there so far. Longer term, I would love to train him to play on the right. But at 19 years old, a player with a ton of potential, joined on £200 a week. And for £1,200, I feel like that is good business done. We did have one other departure. Josh Barnes has left us to go to Scarborough the other way. This was not planned as part of the deal, but I guess they invested the money they made in this guy. They got him on a free transfer. I half tried to keep hold of him, but I haven't played him this year. At the end of the day, he joined us as a squad depth player. We didn't need the depth in the end, and it just kind of made sense for all parties to let him go. So anyway, since you were last here, we took on Radcliffe. We were on a really good run of form, and having drawn it against a team who'd only lost 2 games in the entirety of the season, I was feeling quite good about things, and I was right to feel good about them. You can see, following on from that Radcliffe game, we have played 6 league matches, of course, out of all the cup competitions now. 1 defeat in here, and, a draw as well. You can see, though, we started off with 2 fantastic results. Cliff Rowe, a 3-0 win. Akeem Rose with a brace. Charlie Wellens with a goal. That was the last game he ever played for us, if I'm not mistaken. We then took on Dunstan 5-0. Great to keep these clean sheets going, because defensively, we really have been outstanding this year. You can see Akeem Rose, again, with another 3 goals. This guy, we've been playing him out on the left and out on the right from time to time. And that's where he's excelling, which is kind of funny to see. You can see, as a striker, he's not really done it for us, but when we've played him in some roles that he has been picking up and that he does tick all the boxes for, he's done very, very blooming well. And of course, with us now being slightly lighter in the wide attacking midfielder position with the massive sale of Wellens, he's taken the opportunity and done very well. Anyway, the next game we had was a draw against Buxton. A little bit disappointing. A 3-3 draw. Not going to show all the highlights for this, but Lindsey, on his debut from Scarborough, he scored in the first minute. And, if that's a sign of things to come, I'm very, very excited. We were 3-1 up at the break in this game. We threw it all away. We drew 3-3. A little bit of a frustrating one, but we will come back stronger, I hope. Kumwenda getting a goal. And you can see, actually, Kumwenda, having not scored in a very long time, has kind of gone a little goal-scoring run, which is great to see, and he continued that against Hyde, where we won 2-1, he got a goal, and Aaron Sabir, a player who I've thrown under the bus for doing nothing for us, he finally did something for us off the bench. Massive goal by him in the last 5 minutes ensured that we got the win there. A 2-0 win against Farsley followed Jermaine Anderson and Kumwenda again with the goals. Most recently, however, a defeat against Blythe Spartans. Kumwenda, lovely goal in this game, broke clear of the defence, used his legs, ran as fast as he could, and a nice little finish. Unfortunately, we gave away a penalty in the 66th minute, and in the dying embers of the game, the last 3 minutes of extra time, we conceded via Luke Wally, and that is a disappointing defeat on what has otherwise been an incredible run of form in the league. Prior to that, we had not lost since the game against Matlock at the end of November. So a bit of a shame there, and you might be sat there wondering, what does that all mean for the league? You can have a look at it here. Ourselves and Gateshead have really pulled ahead now. In the month, it has changed quite drastically. We've gone from a situation where there was kind of 6 teams battling it out. Realistically now, with 5 games left of the season, it looks like it's a straight battle between ourselves and Gateshead. We are currently top of the league by virtue of the fact that we have better goal difference, thanks to, that 5-0 and 3-0 win, really. But they are going to leapfrog us should goal difference get even, because they have scored more goals. Although you can see Gateshead, not great defensively, but as I said last episode, this is a weird team. They've got some incredible players. Drennan is just their star man. He is insane for this level. I still can't get over how ridiculous he is. But their media prediction, as you can see, has gone up to first. They are currently in second. Their recent form, if you were wondering, it's been a little bit mixed like ours, I guess. They lost against Gainsborough Trinity, which was a big result, and drew recently against Matlock, who have, of course, been a team ever present in the league. You can see they are down in third, so they're still going pretty strong. Radcliffe, who we drew against last time, have since lost 2 more games. Gainsborough, they've been taking points off everyone around them, and today we take on a team who are very much going to be in the playoff contention, and that is Morpeth, who currently sits 6th. If you're wondering, this playoff system, I believe it's 3 rounds of playoffs. Basically, the title winners of each Premier Division, the Northern, Central and kind of Southern leagues all get promoted automatically. And then 4 teams, I want to say, from each division. It might be slightly different. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It may be... Actually, I don't know. If you know exactly how the playoffs work, please let me know. But I believe it's 3 rounds of playoffs, single-legged games. I want to win the league. I've been awful in this save game when it comes to, multiple kind of cup games. We've never really excelled. The playoffs is the last way I want to be relying on getting up, especially when it's 3 fixtures, potentially, and it's just single-legged affairs. Anyway, general team news, you can see here, Kumwenda, top goal scorer, Boxall, most assists. Kumwenda, he's just found his form again, which is great to see. Worth noting, Ollie Younger has been now kind of listed as our key player. Of course, joined us in October time. He's been a big influence, I feel like, on our solid defence this year. 23 games he has now played for us. But to be honest, the whole squad has really been involved. Goalkeeper-wise, we've not rotated things much. Anya, not really been able to give him opportunities. Ryan Ferguson, again, I feel bad, but I will confess now, everyone. I offered him a contract for 1.5 years. So he's here for the long haul, is the postman. He's getting a wage now. Before, he wasn't actually playing any games. So some would call that wasting money. I call it morale management. But yes, across the board, lots of rotation. But with us being out of cup competitions and the fixture schedule easing up, I have now started to get into a swing of just kind of going with our strongest 11. And right now, this is what I feel like is our strongest 11. There's still a few gaps there. There's still a few players who I'd like to move it around. And in fact, I can already spot one thing that I would like to move around. And that is, if we just have a look at it on this nice view, we're going to have Lindsey out on the left for today's game. I do expect kind of big things from this guy from Scarborough. I feel like he scored a minute into his debut. He's only played 2 games for us because he did get a suspension due to yellow card accumulation between his time here and his time in Scarborough. But elsewhere, it's kind of the team that's been there for a while now. Harker in goal. I am still sticking with Midgley at left back. I feel like he's earned a special place in my heart, and he has been playing a lot. Connolly at right back, as you saw last episode, was dropped due to poor form. He's still not performing greatly, but I want to stick with him. At 19 years old, he is one of those players who I really feel like could be a longer-term player here. We could have him for the next couple of seasons, and he could continue to hopefully develop and make the steps up. Whether or not he can truly achieve that, I guess with his injury proneness and his unambitious personality, somewhat remains to be seen. In the centre of the defence, though, Rodri and Younger have got a lovely kind of relationship blossoming. I feel bad for Parks, who of course was Rodri's centre-back partner to start the year. He's out of the picture, but yes, Younger and Rodri have done well. Alex Evans as well, holding down a spot on the bench. He's been very, very good this year, has Alex. At 30 years old, he's one of the few really experienced players in our team, and as a result, it has meant that Parks and Pretty have found themselves outside the first team. You can see here, Parks, he's played 14 games, 9 league games. I feel a little bit bad for him, but at the same time, he's not a bad player at all. And as far as second choice or third choice defenders go, he's very good. Obviously, Evans has been in slightly better form, so he's on the bench. In the midfield, Warrington is the one player who I just don't know what I need to do to get more out of him. I do feel like we might need to look at, changing our centre mid roles, but at the same time, at this point in the season, with so few games left, I feel like it's unnecessary to make the risk of making drastic role changes in the middle. But of course, we've got Alex Bradley, who's a terrific centre mid, has been out injured recently. We've got Jermaine Anderson, who's been exceptional too when we've given him opportunities. You can see he's actually done very well in the league. Do I want to play him today? Am I about to talk myself into playing Anderson? I think I am. This is what we'll do. So when we Boxall, who has been one of our top performers, into the deep line playmaker role, he's got one of the best average ratings in the league as well. I believe Kumwenda and Drennan of Gateshead are the only 2 players ahead of him. Lindsey out on the left, we'll see how he does in his live commentary debut. Akeem Rose, he's found a second lease of life as an inverted winger. What can I say? Up top, Leighton Stewart, he's not scoring goals, everyone. He's scored, as you can see, 2 goals in his last, I want to say 15 or so games. That is blooming awful. I should probably criticise his recent form. Let's do that now. He's going to score a hat-trick now, I believe. Alongside him, Kumwenda has found some form, has started to hit his stride. The fans love him. I love him. I mean, that's all there is to say. And if you were wondering actually about, general fan favourites and stuff, it's something that I've not talked about too much in recent years. But this is how things look right now. So Sonny Best, Kumwenda and ourselves listed as club icons. No one is a legend just yet. Favourite personnel, Ryan Ferguson, Leighton Stewart, Ryan McLaughlin and Mr. International. 2 of those players no longer with us. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that, really. One other thing that's definitely worth mentioning, and I'm hoping it's not going to take too long to load my profile here as I click on my name, is the fact that we've done a number of coaching badges over this year. It has kind of slipped my mind, so I can't remember exactly what I've told you I have and haven't done, but coaching courses, they take 4 months to learn. I have been whizzing through them, and we're currently studying for our Continental B licence. If we just look at our attributes here, I mean, look at that. That's I don't look as potato as I did at the beginning, when you consider we had all 1s and I think 4 fitness and 4 determination. I feel like it's going quite well. You can also see our overall record here. I wish there was a few more career milestones in terms of competitions won. But, well, yeah, I'm not going to dwell on it too much. For people wondering about Bolton, because I know people will be wondering about them, I'm still keeping an eye on them. They're currently financially insecure, in the process of a board takeover. I did have a peep at their balances. You can see they're £4 million in the red, which for a team bottom of the Vanarama National League is actually scary. Genuinely, they are. They haven't set their manager yet, right? I don't think they've sacked their manager because they can't afford to pay off the remainder of his contract. They have not won in over 20 league games. They've lost something like 8 on the bounce. It might be more now. It was a league record at 8. It's currently at 11. So I kind of feel bad for them. If the job comes up, we'll look into it. But right now, with the crunch time of the season and the fact that realistically we can't save them from relegation now. They are dead and buried. I'm focusing on the immediate future here at Towlaw. And looking at it, it's going to come down to the wire. 5 games left, 4 after this one. We've got Morpeth today, Billington, Witton, Albion, Wokinton and Altrincham. The last 2 games. If we come down to these last 4 games, I think the last 2 we'll do as a live com tomorrow. A double header. If it's getting really spicy at the end, hopefully we get a win here and Gateshead completely screw it up. Otherwise, it's going to be a very stressful playoff run and I'm not particularly looking forward to it. But anyway, let's get into today's game against Morpeth. It's a big game for us. I've already talked for 14 minutes. I told myself in my head as I started recording this video, this was going to be potentially a shorter episode because it's gone midnight for me. You will be seeing this in less than 12 hours time if you're watching immediately on the channel. I've got work tomorrow and I've got to be up at 7 a.m, so you can do the math. It's going to be a bit of a late night for me. I feel like the sleep deprivation is somewhat helping me in my commentary. I'm feeling oddly chipper, considering how tired I feel. Let's get into this though. Hopefully my decision making isn't too clouded by, well, just tiredness, and hopefully the players are just going to put in a nice comfortable performance. We're not going to worry about things, but they're 6th in the league. We've got to be wary. Well, Lindsey, here he is, the big man on campus, the head honcho, the biggest dog, the top sausage. It falls to Rose. I thought he was going to score again. He's been banging them in for fun. I don't know why I've just gone on a tangent talking about how great Lindsey is, but I feel like we have to big him up. He is technically, everyone, our club record transfer. Previous record holder was Knowles for £1,000. We've signed him for 1.3, I want to say. It's big money for us, everyone. Even though we've sold a player for 125,000. There he is. I've got my hands up in the air like I'm on a roller coaster. We're on the roller coaster that is Alex Lindsey's goal machine. It's not going to catch on as a ride name, is it? Let's be honest. But either way, he's got the goal. David Connolly, the right back, who I said, hopefully he can stick with us for a few years and be our regular right back. If he puts balls like that in, he'll play a lot more. What a header that was as well. Let's say that right now. From a winger, he took a bow. Definitely take a bow with that header. Cushions it in. The ball in meant that he didn't have a lot of effort. What has started this highlight? Rodri's with it, yeah, it is Rodri. For some reason, I always think with Rodri, it's like Rhodey. I don't know why. I feel like Rhodey to me sounds like more of a Welsh name, which I don't even think is Rhodey a name. Maybe it is. It's Rodri, Jack. Not when everyone heard that I was signing Rodri from Man City. I think everyone took a double take. He's not the Rodri. He's the Welsh Rodri, the better Rodri, as it's been said before by former Manchester City fans who have now come over to Towlaw following their Lord and Saviour. Anyway, we're 1-0 up. It's kind of good after half an hour. I would love us to get a second just so I can relax that little bit more. Of course, now that we don't have Wellens in the team, I feel like I can do shouty team talks a little bit more and be less worried about him throwing a hissy fit. We do need to defend this set piece. 2 minutes left of the half. Younger lumps it clear and we could hit them on the break. It's a 2-on-1, but Stewart has lots of players in support, including Kumwenda, who's running like Roadrunner. Stewart took it all on his own, smashes it into the side netting. Wasn't a bad little attempt, and well, now we have a corner. Boxall, back post. Kumwenda's there on the volley. Clean as you like. 19 for the season. And it's our two top performers linking up. Kumwenda and Malcolm Boxall. And Boxall's been incredible. Ironically, for a player with the name Boxall, he's most lethal from the set pieces outside of the box. He just has an incredible delivery. Look at him, he's doing his own little Birdman celebration at the top. He's loving it. I'm loving it. We're all loving it. It's 2-0 Towlaw away from home against Morpeth Boys. Very happy about that. More of the same, please. 30 seconds in, we get another highlight. Where's Lindsey? Pick him out, Stuart. He's definitely not around just yet. Although, there he is. Speaking of the devil, we knew it was going to come to him. Where's he going? He skips past his man. Dinks it in. Could get there again. Puts it into Kumwenda. What a stop by Robertson in goal. Or Robinson in goal. They've got lots of Robinsons, I've just noticed. They've got H. Robinson. That's a missed opportunity. If I had loads of Robinsons, I'd be naming them after different juice flavours. Or squash flavours. I realise someone might not know what this is. Fruit juice. Or squash, technically, because you dilute it with water. In England, the big brand is Robinsons. So, you could have orange, apple and blackcurrant. It's a missed opportunity, isn't it? But we've not got the Robinsons, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Please send help. Hopefully we can get a few more and then be off the pitch. But, no, we're doing exceptionally in this game. 54% of the ball. We've had more than double their shots on target as well. And now Alex has got a booking. I feel like he's got an issue with his anger. Akeem hasn't had the best of games. Let's take him off for Aaron Sabia. Josh Harrison, by the way, he's had his injury and he's never really got back into the team, which I feel a little bit bad saying. He can play centre mid. I have been, maybe weighing up bringing him in for Warrington. Played out on the left a lot for us this year, but with Lindsey coming in and also the emergence of Akeem Rose in the wide areas, just based off form, he's just not playing for us. And well, Aram Sabir, oh my, Leighton. That was an angry shot. A very angry shot. I can't believe how hard he's hit that. That seemed unnecessarily hard. We've all been there. You're playing in the park, clean through on goal. There's someone in goal without gloves, and you just smash it as hard as you can past them. That is what Leighton Stewart's done there. And he's done a robot or some kind of weird... I'm not sure about the dance, Leighton. Not sure about that. But, I mean, he's not scored in forever. So I'm not going to criticise him too much. We're 3-0 up. Let's make a few more subs. Harrison, you can come in for Anderson. And you know what, Rodri, you're on a booking. Let's bring in Alex Evans. One Welshman for another in the centre of the defence. Not exactly a typical position, I guess, to sub players in the 80th minute. But we're home and dry now. And, well, Lindsey to Midgley. What are they going to work down this left-hand side? Maybe it'll be the space. Boxall switching the play really nicely. Leighton Stewart threaded through, smashes it. Not sure why the defender headed it to keep it in play, but that was a golden opportunity for 4. And for Stewart's second of the game. And it's gone a begging in the end, unfortunately. And it will remain 3-0 going into the last 5 minutes. They have got a chance here. I'm not overly concerned. I'll level with you because there's not a great deal of time for them to come back in this game. And well, we have the ball here. Lindsey again with it. Is it just me or has he been at the heart of every attack? Stewart threaded it through. I don't feel like he needed to pass it there, but I appreciate the unselfishness by the advance forward. We do need to defend here. I want to keep the clean sheets. We're on for a record. Oh, my word. I mean, it's a little ambitious by parking in the midfield for Morpeth. He's smashed it from about 40 yards out. It's gone over. These highlights make me nervous. When we're starting passing it out from the back with our goalkeeper, that's when I become uneasy. Although Midgley, look at him go, gives it to Lindsey. He's got pace. He threads it to Kumwenda. What build-up play this has been, by the way. Back wide with Midgley, all out on his own, into Aaron Sabia. Probably should be scoring that. I mean, Lindsey scored from a very similar situation in the first half, but at 3-0, I'm not going to be overcritical. Let's just keep the clean sheet now, please, boys. I think Karka's on something like 18 for the year, and that's why. Saves like that. He had an absolute Western supermare of a performance in the cup game that we lost 1-0, entirely down to one blunder by him. But in the league, he's been absolutely stellar, and I guess that's shown by the fact he's got as many clean sheets as he has. As Stewart's threaded through, he should score this. Can he score it? Of course he can't. Of course I was going to say, of course he can if he scored, but he didn't. He's hit the woodwork. It's denied him. This has been pretty relentless by us. 2 minutes left and we're still going for the jugular. Although we do need to be wary on the break here. They're lumping the ball forward. Evans wins it. Harrison with it. Younger. Look at this build-up play, everyone. Kumwenda could have threaded through Stewart. Elected not to. Boxall, like a quarterback at the back, spreading it. Lindsey. This build-up play is superb. Midgley, can you put in a ball of quality? Kumwenda near post. First effort saved. Second effort saved as well. Oh, no. Oh, what's happened here, everyone? What are they... The physio's on the pitch. What... Is he okay? It doesn't look good, everyone. I mean... Their physio's not as good as our physio. This is why we... He's teabagging our player. Lindsey, are you okay? Can we complain to the FA? I mean, goal... What's happening here? I don't know what I'm watching. Could someone explain? He looks in serious pain. I shouldn't be laughing. What is happening? What are you doing, you two? Right, Boxall with it. To whip it in, maybe. Alex Evans, I don't know what we've just witnessed. Someone, I'm lost. It's not often I'm lost for words. I don't know what I've just seen. Please keep the clean sheet. Midgley, that is not a professional foul, but still an incredible tackle. Golden is still off the pitch. Is he going to be allowed back on? He's stood like a statue. Is he okay? He's not there. He's a ghost. There's been a series of weird events here. I don't quite know what to tell you, folks. Parking's through for them. There's no free parking here. Connolly's giving him a ticket. Takes away the ball. That should be all she wrote. Although there was... I don't know how much added time we had. They were on the floor for a while, the two players. But there's been over a minute extra. Ref, can we just blow up, please? 3-0 is a great win. I feel like I'm not going to remember this game for the fact we won 3-0, but rather the weirdness that we've just seen on the pitch. Gateshead, by the way, 4-4 in their game. Some cracking games in this division, but the fact that they're drawing away from home against Marine, who are awful in the league, is huge. Let's hope that Marine held on for a draw there, because that would extend our lead at the top to 2 points, and it would be a massive, massive slip-up. Just in general, as far as Gateshead are concerned, they will expect to win that game comfortably. And it doesn't look like that's going to have been the case. Let's have a look here. It finished 4-4. You can see they scored in the 97th minute. Were they paying off the ref? Marine were winning 4-1 with 20 minutes left, and Flanagan scored in the 97th. Not sure what to make of that. Either way, good little position for us. 2 points clear now. Our fate is entirely in our own hands, and we've also qualified for the playoffs, which is nice. We eased a victory. Boxall, man of the match performance. You were superb, my friend. Yes, things looking pretty rosy here going into the end of the year. Hopefully, we'll be coming back next time, and it'll entirely be in our own hands still, which at this point now, our destiny, if we win our last 4 games, we're up. It's as simple as that. But yeah, Billingham in 10th, Witton in 21st, Wokington in 11th, Altrincham in 9th. We've got to be beating Altrincham to win this, haven't we? Surely. I've not had the news inbox item yet where it's like, here's the race to the title. I don't know if we're going to see that yet. I guess not. But yeah, we are playoff bound. Gateshead with 1 win will be 2. Morpeth, fortunately for them, it looks like Matlock slipped up. So they're still in with an outside chance. But yeah, it's kind of weird. We've gone from a pack of 6 teams to a pack of 2 and a pack of 4 in behind. But everyone still very much playing for stuff going into the end of this year. Right, I'm a little bit flabbergasted by what we saw at the end of the game, so I'm going to call things off here, but I hope you enjoyed, as always, folks. It was a fun little episode. Let me know what you make of Lindsey as a transfer. I think he could end up being a top player for us. I love how quick he is. He doesn't have many gaps in his game. His vision, it would be nice to get that a little bit better, but he's only 19, 20 quite soon, but he's already committed and contributed more than Wellens ever did. So, yeah, I'm happy, even if we just compare them real quick. There's not much of a comparison between them. But, I mean, technically Lindsey was about the cost of a house cheaper, so I feel entirely justified in my actions. But right, folks, I've rambled on for long enough. Let's cut things off here. I'll see you again tomorrow. It's going to be the end of the season live. It's going to be a big one. And, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. It's me, Jack, and I'm out.